Hey guys, it's the 8th Android Gamer here, back with another video. In today's video, I am going to be playing Robin Mystery Tactician on Infernal. I am not going to be commentating live on this. Instead, I'm going to be talking about the Bridal Blessings banner that just launched. Basically, what I would say about the Bridal Blessings banner is that if I had to sum it up in a couple words, it's basically you've got a glass cannon and two serviceable flyers. I don't think this is a banner I'm going to roll heavily on. Maybe 40 to 60 orbs just to see if I can get probably Ninian. Other than that, I'm not terribly impressed, but it's not a bad banner. If we go into the specifics, it seems with this banner they're focusing heavily on grouping your units together. If you place one unit at the front or in the middle and you have units on either side, you're going to get big offensive boosts with both, I believe, Ninian and... actually Sanaki and Tharia. You will get +6 to 2 stats. Attack in both cases, and then one, I believe, is reserve, and the other is speed. Basically, with Thari, it's completely a case of being a glass cannon. She is very fast, and she deals a lot of damage, particularly when you surround her with people beside her. Her weapon is based on that, and her A passive, I believe, gives her +5 speed and attack if someone's beside her, meaning that she can gain an extra 11 damage if you've got 3 units beside her. That is a huge amount of damage, but at the same time, she's incredibly squishy. She is going to die at almost the first case of any kind of physical attack. Basically, what you'd want to do is you'd want to throw one tank in front of her, throw her behind that, and then 2 people, one on either side. It's the same with Sanaki in my mind. Sanaki does have better reserve and will be able to tank mages very easily. Her speed is not outstanding, but if you include the passive and weapon in her, she does get up to about 36 speed, I recall, not counting Boonbane. And then you kind of move on to Ninian, who's kind of the most interesting to me because her weapon is not so niche. She's basically a support flyer through and through in my mind. If we look at her actual weapon, basically at the start of the turn, any adjacent ally and herself will both gain 4 speed. That's fairly easy to maintain. Basically, you throw a flying tank in front and she sits behind. She also has the ability the Chill Attack 3, which is interesting because it's not range-based. Basically, at the start of the turn, whichever unit on the other team has the highest attack, it will automatically lose 7 attack. And I really like that, actually. Basically, as long as you can keep Ninian alive, it significantly reduces the amount of damage they can deal back at you. I think that's actually a very interesting ability, and this is the unit I personally would like to roll. If we go down to the C slot, she does have a grants +3 speed to any allies within 2 spaces, and so again, she is just she's a buffer and a debuffer through and through. That is that if you have a unit sitting in front of her, they are going to gain 4 speed, or 7 speed, sorry, and she will gain 4 speed. The opposing units will then, the highest of the opposing 2 units will lose 7 attack. I feel that is very interesting, actually, and to be honest, for a flyer team, I think she fits very well. However, for the banner as a whole, I'm not particularly interested in Tharia. I feel she's a glass cannon that there are plenty of in the game. I feel for Sanaki, she's probably even less interesting to me, simply because she's kind of a mage bait who can deal some decent damage, but I think she has 16 defense, if I recall, and that's atrocious. That is really, really quite bad. And that kind of sums up the banner for me, if I'm being honest. I feel like it's a banner that I will spend a little bit on, but I'm going to save the majority of my orbs, which are coming up to about 200 orbs now, for the legendary banner coming at the end of the month, or the stance-related banner, depending on who's in it, which comes up on the 27th. So, I mean, that's basically it for this video. As you've been watching, this has been a video where I basically play through an Infernal map and talk about the banner. I want you guys to let me know if this is something you prefer over just commentating on the map at hand. I think it's maybe a little less boring and a little more content related. So if you've enjoyed this video, please, please, please drop a like and a sub. It's always appreciated.